How can I attack them for it? And it's scary. Oh, side note, but I realized one of the reasons why very early on into all of the COVID restrictions, I reacted very quickly was because in 2014, when there was the Ebola outbreak in West Africa,
Hmm.
um, there was a guy that I had gone to college with was a medical missionary at the time, and he had actually caught Ebola while he was serving in Liberia. He was the first American to get it. It was this whole big international news story. They flew him over to the U.S. where he got treatment. It was this big deal. So at the time when everyone had these Ebola fears, it was a friend of mine that was actually at the heart of this. My husband is a writer out here, we ended up getting the rights to the story, and so we wrote a script on the story of this guy who had gotten Ebola when he was working in West Africa. So at that time, I drove into all of the social ramifications in Liberia and West Africa of Ebola. And I really got to see what happens to a country and a community when they are gripped by this plague. And I got to kind of explore how how a country falls into all of that, and then also what happens afterwards. What are the ramifications? How did this destroy the social fabric of the Liberians? So because I had all of this already that I had studied and learned about and seen how it played out in Ebola, as soon as this started happening here, I knew exactly what was going to happen for the long term. Um, and I think that's why very early on I kind of freaked out a little bit more than most people. But I was like, wait, no, you guys, there's a whole cascade of other things that are going to come after this, and we have to be prepared for it.
Hmm. Yeah,
But anyway, so that was just like an interesting part of why I care about this.
that's really interesting. Because I know I actually, when we were in middle school, we had to do reports on like the top worst diseases, like all the ones that you get shots, your vaccines for basically now. It was like you had measles, mumps, all of those sorts of things. And I actually had Ebola. And so when that broke out, I just remember thinking like, I know this is a big deal where the sanitation is really bad, but I was like, if it comes over here, it's a very containable disease as far as the spread. So when everyone was freaking out, I'm like, just take a chill pill, everybody. It's you basically have to like touch like their body fluids to get this disease.
Mm-hmm.
And but that's what when COVID came and they were talking about how spreadable it is.